Hello boxing fans, this is my first Hot Prospect profile. I've been asked to do a few of these now, and I'm basically going to look at the pros and cons of an up and coming prospect. You can't afford for a world title yet, that's the main rule, and I'm just going to say how far I think he'll probably go in the sport. So today I'm going to talk about Jessie Vargas. So to start with Jessie Vargas, he was part of the Mexican Olympic team. He had an amateur record of 120 wins to only 20 losses, and was a two-time Mexican national champion. Also a two-time US junior national champion. Since then he's turned pro and has had 17 professional fights, winning all 17, at least one of them controversially, and then he's KO'd 7 of his opponents. I must point out that Jessie hits a lot harder than his record suggests, and he knocks down the majority of his opponents really if he gets inside on them. And obviously he's fought the majority of his fights between welterweight and light welterweight. What we know about Jessie is that he's training with Floyd Mayweather and Floyd Mayweather's team. He's in their promotional team. Good all-round boxer really. I'm just going to start getting into everything about him right now. Taking into account what I've seen from him so far, I've come up with the conclusion that he's obviously got a good skill set. He's a good boxer. He's got a good height, which is he's got an above average height for a light welterweight, and his reach is about average as far as I'm aware. He's got decent speed, and he's got decent footwork, and he's got, obviously like I said, he's got half decent power. His best weapon is his left hook, which has ended a few of the fights he's been in. It's his main threat. What I will say about him is he does everything well, yet nothing spectacular. Considering he works with Floyd Mayweather, he reminds me more of De La Hoya than Mayweather. Also, he's got a half decent chin, but it's totally untested. He's never faced a true puncher or someone who's going to try and beat him. He's fought people like Vivian Harris, but Vivian Harris isn't the same person he used to be. It's okay fighting a name, but he's not going to be a true representation of what he used to be. I would say, and that's where I go to this point, he is spoon-fed his opposition. These guys are has-beens and never has-beens. He needs to go up against a true contender. And if you look at his last fight, he even almost got beaten. And I think he possibly did get beaten by a guy who, in all honesty, is not that good. So we're going to look at Lopez, and Lopez, obviously, who he just fought and almost, I really would say he probably beat him, because Lopez was on the front foot. Jessie wasn't doing anything spectacular. I'd say if it was another night, Jessie could have lost that fight. Right now, if I had to say anything about him, I'd say he's more empty shell of attributes that every boxer needs. He's got the attributes, he just hasn't put it together yet. He's not the finished article, and that's why I'm going to give him, I'll say where he should go, what should he do, who would be a good fight for him. I want to see him tested, so I'll probably throw him in with Bradis Prescott. I think Vargas is good enough to beat Bradis Prescott by a good decision. It'll be a true test of his chin, and also be a way to put his name up there, because everyone knows who Bradis Prescott is, let's be totally honest. Plus it's another way to get him his name in lights, let's say, to fight someone like Amir Khan. So to conclude, do I think he'll go far? Yeah, I think he will. He's got everything he needs to succeed, he just needs to put it together. I don't think that the Mayweather camp's right for him. I think the Mayweather camp's only right for the Mayweather camp. That's the point. I think he needs to find his own way of doing things, do everything on his own terms, do his own bills, stuff like that. Do I think he'll be a world champion? Most definitely. I think he'll be a light welterweight world champion, possibly a 2-weight world champion. But what happens if they throw him in the deep end against Amir Khan, say next? That'll be a disaster for Jessie Vargas, in my opinion. That would be a true disaster. Right now, Vargas needs to just learn how to walk. He shouldn't be trying to run before he can walk. But to conclude, yeah, he's definitely one to watch.